The first building that I'd like to present is the safe house, where the form is completely secondary. The building is more than just a construction. The first project was not accepted by our client due to his specific safety requirements. This is the second one. When I was on my way from the meeting with the client, I had to reset myself, think about it in a different way. At the same time, the actual house was under construction. I have to describe the actual house history first in order to explain where the idea of the safe house comes from and how it works. In the actual house, there was a problem with the driveway. Actually, with the side of it, because it was placed on the southwestern side where the garden was supposed to be located. That is what became the motive of our project. Take a look, that's the idea. We can see an optimal location of the building in terms of sunlight and the opening onto the garden. The driveway has been lowered on the level down and leads up to the house. Coming in, you can't see what is happening in the garden. To make the communication comfortable, an atrium has been created in the middle of the building where the driveway rises back to the ground floor level, making it possible to park on the ground level. Here you can see finished building. We are in the driveway zone and then moving under the building and reaching the inner atrium exactly in the entrance zone, which is accessible for visitors. To get to the garden, we have to go through the building, and only then we are in the intimate zone, accessible only for inhabitants. This scheme shows that a new type of building was created. That's why it's called atrial. There is a double A because a classic atrial house has got an entrance from the outside, and there is an intimate garden inside, whereas here the entrance is inside and everything opens onto the outside. Let's return to the safe house with a view from the street side, where the fence gates are opening. While designing it on the second attempt, I was constantly designing a similar zone to the one in the atrial house. This zone can be reached by everyone, but it separates us from the garden. However, there is one difference. In the atrial house, it occurs on two levels, as the driveway is lower and the garden is higher. In the safe house, it takes place on one level. Then the idea turned up. I thought, what if these dividers disappeared? And then we had it. Take a look at how it was applied to the architecture. When the building is closed, it looks like this. But every morning when it opens onto the garden, its two unusual shutters, eastern and western walls, move and connect with the fence. The house connects directly with the public zone, meaning that the daytime area is being extended to the surrounding garden. Children playing in the garden can't get outside to a busy street accidentally, one of the most important factors about the building functions. You can see the plan of the house when it is closed and the plan of it when it is open. This scheme shows that when the house opens, it connects directly to the public zone while maintaining the intimacy of the garden. Movable elements of the building change the spatial layout of the plot by making spheres. And importantly, it could look like this, or completely different. It could be a traditional house with a red roof, white walls and completely different fence. However, if it worked like this, it would also be a safe house because it is important how it works and not how it looks. Okay, but this is what our house looks like. We aimed at obtaining an absolute architectural coherence of still and mobile elements. The only exception is the southern gate because it acts as a screen for evening projections, which can be watched from the garden. When all these elements of the house open, we obtain one big day space and the fence becomes a part of the building, as if it defines the space in a completely new way.